Hello everyone, Dr. Mark here again, and today I want to use another question from my Ask a Vet column at pethelpful.com. The person asking the question had a senior dog with signs of arthritis. Arthritis is a degenerative condition with no cure, but there is a lot you can do to delay the progression of the disease. The question began with, "My 10-year-old lab has arthritis. We have tried everything, but he just continues to get worse. My vet told me he is too fat, but when I brought home the prescription diet he refused to eat it and I had to end up throwing it away. Is there anything else I can do for him?" My answer was, if you have tried acupressure, swimming, and other natural methods to treat arthritis, and he has not responded well to pain medications or injections, the correct step is like your vet suggested: help him get lean so that he does not put excessive stress on his joints. We also now know that obese dogs also have produce inflammatory hormones that make their arthritis worse, so you can help him feel better by allowing him to get lean through giving the best diet. The best food for a dog with arthritis should be a food that will allow him to stay lean. Research has shown that labs that receive 25% fewer calories from the time of birth were less likely to develop arthritic changes than their littermates eating the same diet. I realize that limiting the amount of food to a lab is not easy, so the best thing you can do is provide a diet that will provide satiety. His food should allow him to feel full so that he consumes fewer calories. The best food for arthritis should also be a food that supplements those nutrients that help his arthritis from getting worse. Omega-3 fatty acids in fish, chondroitin in cartilage, and glucosamine in chicken legs have all been shown to help with arthritis. Finally, it must be a food that he will eat. Most dogs enjoy the smells from raw or lightly braised meats and switch to a raw diet without any problems. That high-fiber diet that your dog refused to eat, and the commercial diets that you find in the store, all have flavor enhancers to encourage dogs to eat it. They contain unpalatable fillers, like brewer's rice, corn gluten, and wheat gluten, that would never be consumed otherwise. Unfortunately, some dogs have grown so accustomed to the artificial enhancers in this type of diet that they will only eat a processed food. If you make up your dog food at home, however, you can hand feed it and convince even the most stubborn dog that raw food is the best choice. Therefore, to meet these requirements you should provide a whole meat-based diet that is made up at home. The diet should contain meat, any cut is fine, and since you will need about 50% of the diet in meat, you can purchase whichever is cheapest. Cheap cuts that provide gristle are actually better for a dog with arthritis since they contain more chondroitin. Chicken wings and thighs are often on sale at stores like Walmart, so if you have freezer space you can buy several packages and it can last for months. The bones can be fed safely and will make up the bone requirement. The diet also needs to contain bones or another calcium source. Raw bones will meet your dog's calcium requirements, but if he has problems and cannot eat bones, then you can use eggshells. Eggshells, that include the membranes, will help protect the cartilage and allow your dog to be in less pain. Bones and eggshells need to make up about 10% of the diet. Chicken feet are another great source of calcium since they provide glucosamine that may help a dog with arthritis. Internal organs are another important part of the diet. About half liver and half other internal organs should be fed to provide adequate vitamins. The total should be about 10% of the diet. Fish should be provided to all dogs with arthritis. Omega-3 fatty acids act as anti-inflammatories and allow dogs to rise easier and improves their quality of life. There are several good sources, including fish oil, but canned sardines are an easy and inexpensive option. Fish should be about 10% of the total, but more is okay. A test food used in one study contained 30 times more fatty acids than in commercial dog food, so if sardines are cheap in your area you can use more of this food and use less meat. If your dog has any negative side effects, diarrhea, itchiness, oily skin, you can decrease the amount in the diet. Eggs are rich in vitamins and a great protein source, so they should also be part of the diet. You can give them raw but lightly boiled or poached eggs, where the yolk is still soft, provide nutrients and easily digestible proteins. Medium-sized and large dogs should get at least one a day. About 10% of the food given each day should be fruits and vegetables. There is no proof that vegetables will provide any benefits except keeping your dog lean, however some of them and many fruits contain vitamin C, which is an important antioxidant. You can give berries, sliced apples, remove the core, sweet peppers, Suriname cherry, acerola, papaya, and fibrous vegetables like sweet potatoes, pumpkin, and squash. If your arthritic dog gets antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids in the diet, then few supplements will be needed. One supplement that will help, especially if you are not able to feed enough chicken legs and other natural sources of glucosamine, are arthritis treats that contain glucosamine and chondroitin. Curcumin can also help with arthritis, and in some places you can find it with glucosamine, so that only one tablet needs to be given each day. Before I discuss the recipe for a dog with arthritis, I want to ask you a favor. If you like the information on this video helpful, please give it a like. Despite the fact that this information can help a lot of people, if it does not get enough likes, the YouTube algorithm will decide that it is not useful and will not send it to dog owners who need it. Also, please take a minute and subscribe to my page if you want to learn more about dogs. You will find plenty of videos on choosing dogs, and I will post more videos on saving money on heartworm prevention, some home tips to take care of skin problems, and how to make affordable homemade dog food. If you have any ideas for videos you need to help your dog, just drop a comment and I will get on it as soon as possible. Besides my practice, I write articles for several websites, so cannot promise this will be done quickly. An 80-pound lab will need about 12 pounds of food a week. I am including this in the comments section in case you need to print it out to go shopping. Add about 6 pounds of meat, 1.2 pounds of bones and eggshells, 0.6 pounds of liver, 0.6 pounds of kidneys, spleen, or other internal organs, 0.9 pounds of eggs, 6 large eggs, 1-2 pounds of sardines, about 2 or 3 cans, but you need to check the weight on the cans you purchase to add the correct amount. Check the ingredients too, as some brands contain other things that may not be good for your dog. 1-2 pounds of fruits and vegetables. Supplements. If your dog is smaller you can make up more, but even for a dog this size you can make up enough so that you only need to do this twice a month. This is not a cheap diet but will cost a lot less than a commercial prescription diet and will help your dog feel better. All you have to do is prepare this on Sunday, or whichever day you have more time, and then freeze it. You can freeze it for a week or two in small containers and then take a container out and thaw it when you get home. If you prefer to feed more than once a day, the food can be divided at that time. There are some commercial diets that might help. If you do not have time to feed your dog correctly and want to purchase one of the prescription dog foods, there are some that will help. Hills makes a product called JD and Royal Canine and Purina Pro Plan all-cell diets they claim will help. You will have to obtain these diets from your veterinarian as they are only available by prescription, even if they do not contain any medications that must be purchased by prescription. The reason I do not recommend you feed one of these commercial diets is because they all contain excessive carbohydrate fillers. One of the diets is based on wheat and another contains brewer's rice as the main ingredient. Human food byproducts are cheap, so the corporations that market those foods are able to make a profit. Your dog is going to be hungry all the time, and studies show that dogs are more likely to have inflammation when fed a high-carb diet. Arthritis is a progressive disease that is not going to go away. You will still need to keep some pain medication on hand for those bad days, but the sooner you switch his diet the better. Thank you for watching. I am a veterinarian with over 40 years of experience with dogs and cats, exotics, poultry, and livestock of many types. If the information in this video was helpful, please give it a like so that it can reach more viewers, and if you know any other dog families that need to know this information, please share it. Be sure to subscribe too if you want more information on dog health issues. If you prefer to read this information, you can find my articles at pethelpful.com. If you have any health problems with your dog and need some information, please contact me at my Ask a Vet column at pethelpful.com or askavet@yourpetsathome.com.